How y'all doing? Sound like a little echo going on. Let me turn this down. Sounding a little better. How the brothers and sisters doing this evening, this night, for the late night bill? Y'all know I'ma just go ahead and let the intro do what it do. Just hold on for a second. This is a child. Buzzing beat. All I knew radio, then my station. All I knew radio, then my station. All I knew radio, then my station. I know they hating, but we focus and we made it. All I knew radio, then my station. All I knew radio, then my station. All I knew radio, then my station. Shabazz, we up in ABM, hey, we made it. All I knew, give me news for the world now. Black on black crimes, hey, we need to slow it down. Make our people strong, teach our race a better way. Lately, police they'll gun you down for anything. I've been praying for the world to change. ABM making history, doing better things. So let the world, all I know, get a message, man. Our time is coming, and I bet we see in better days. All right, man. Big shout out to the brother BG putting that together for us. Man, love it. Outstanding, man. Good job. Wow, I'm supposed to been got with the people and presented this to the people. So I want to apologize to the people. I have been doing different type of live streaming, different sites, dealing with different issues. So I have still been connected to the people, still reaching out and trying to provide some information to the people. I want to I did this live stream one time before, and for some reason it didn't record. It didn't go live or post it. So I had did it. Then when I went to check it, it wasn't on YouTube. And I didn't want to waste my time trying to do it again and it not show. So I was trying to find another app or a better application to use so I wouldn't lose it again. And I wanted to make sure I had all that took care of before I proceeded. So now that is up to par, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my word. And this was dealing with the law because of a lot of different videos, a lot of people doing different type of lectures dealing with this subject or this topic, this issue. Because it is an issue. It is an issue. So this issue. I'm looking for something right now, family. I know it's. Be patient with me, please. So I want to go ahead and go into a little bit of that. We have had plenty
different brothers uh, build on us or deal with this issue, this topic. But the thing about it is, we just want to know what type of information were they bringing about the topic. Is it hearsay? Actually, things that they have trial and error, uh, through trial and error, tried to, find out, do some investigation. Because I have, through trial and error, had to deal with this topic or this type of subject matter, the knowledge in it. Had to deal with the knowledge. Also, what's real or what's not about the issue, about the subject. What's he say, she say, what's real, what isn't. So I wanted to come from personal experience dealing with truth. Instead of hearsay. So, I know I'm carrying y'all along, prolonging. I was trying to find something, which I'm successful in my search, so we can proceed. Now, this is Tahuti Shabazz. It's Tahuti Shabazz, All I Know News, where darkness shine light through changing and raising the frequency. All I Know News is a community builder, a news outlet for black news, world news, true news, relevant news. How about that? Relevant news. We get a lot of irrelevant bullshit that they feed to us. So this is relevant news. All I know, relevant news. um, where we like to shine light, deal with the real issue, address it, and try to see it through a clear lens, a lens that's appropriate for the black man, the black family, a lens that is appropriate for the world to view it through. The only lens that matters, the only reality that really matters, the blueprint for all life, us. So let me get into this, so people know. With the paperwork, the whole status, legal status, the sovereign status, the different perks or the different things when it comes to law that the black man can benefit from. Those who are incarcerated, those who are in the county waiting or whatever, to see these judges or these people, magistrate, court officers or whatever they are. Just a little, we're going to get into this, man. And, I'm not going to take all day. We're going to get into it, though. First off, federal court. Now, the brother, the red pill has been, and the blue pill has addressed this, and a lot of Moors have addressed this. And me, myself, have addressed this. I have addressed this numerous times. But I, myself, had downloaded in PDF file the Black Law Dictionary. Now, I understand the importance of understanding language, word, terminology, because I am one who did a lot of, I came up in the Nation of Islam at an early age. I read a lot of different books from Elijah, Malcolm, uh, George James, man, Francis, Chris Wesler, Sheikh Diop, Amos Wilson, Naeem Akbar. I read a lot of different things, and they was always speaking about language. And, was always speaking about language, understanding words, the power of the word. And so I had downloaded that in PDF form, that Black's Law Dictionary, and I shared it with all friends on Facebook. I shared it, wanting the people to just check it out and explain to people that these laws, as the brother said, and these court systems, they have a different language than the language we speak. We know the word, we speak these words, we learn the word, but we never know the power in those words in the law system, the judicial system. And I want to address that because we have words that can incriminate us and also give us some sense of freedom in a sense. Because I do want to deal with this. I want the people to understand that when these people did create or establish this country, we were never written in to receive any rights or benefits. Period. So once the people look at it this way and view the law, the system, everything going on this way, they will have a better understanding, and they will not be so easily wooed and put to sleep. So I was in the federal system. I was incarcerated in the federal prison system, and while in there, I was doing my intense studies, my reading and exercises, physical rehabilitation, mental, spiritual rehabilitation while incarcerated. Because I have learned, being that over the course of years, over the course of time, that it's more beneficial to me when I was doing my time to do it this way. So while in there working out, while I was in there doing my little workout, reading, getting my mind situated, I had as a matter of fact, I was in a hole. So I ran into a brother from Virginia. He was doing a lot of talking in the cell. And he was saying some things I was familiar with, some terminology. So, I engaged in the conversation with the brother. We had a light conversation. A light, as in illumination, like, L-I-K, as in similar conversation. And we began to build and touch different galaxies, atmospheres. We broke different different states of existence. We were building, and the brother was sharing something with me about some social security numbers and court talk, law talk, and was telling me that the white man had a whole different language and a whole different way of communicating when it comes to law. And it wasn't really hard for me to understand or believe him because I already know that the white man has a whole different way that he presents himself to the people than what he truly is. So when it comes to lying and trickery, I am not going to put that past the beast at all. So once the brother was telling me this, I took heed and was listening. The long story short, them 30 days, 35, 40 days, I was in the hole with the brother. Man, I learned a lot. He had put me on point to different things, opened my eyes. So once I got out of the hole, instead of just reading and building my spirit and working out and the physical, I started to try to free myself from the courts due to some illegal things that they did. But long story short, again, family, these people had kidnapped me. I'm talking about the marshals had kidnapped me. The state, one government had sold me to another government, a fictitious government, one that really doesn't exist. The federal government, it's which means contract. If you look up the word federal, go to your dictionary, your law dictionary, Black's Law Dictionary. The word federal means contract. So this contract government that I was sold to from the state, I had opened up a can of worms, and I had pressed charges, filed criminal charges against the state sheriff department. I filed them against the federal marshals, the deputy, whatever they are, the federal marshals. And I filed my criminal complaint to the governor of that state, as well as the clerk of court, the head clerk of court, and their head judge, and the governor. Now, when I filed this, I had pending charges in the state, but I was in serving time for federal charges. So, because while I was, let me clear this up for the people. The police had came and arrested me numerous times and said they had warrants for my arrest for different offenses, drugs, guns, or whatever. So while out on bond, I paid my bonds. While out on bond, the federal government came and picked me up and said that they now was taking over some of those charges, so I would have to be reprocessed and we go through the same process and get a bond and all this. Long story short, they ain't want to give me in. They gave me a bond, which was fucking crazy for the charges that I had and for the individual that I was. They knew that you couldn't pay, and even when I did try to pay it, they were trying to say, well, no, we need some property, da 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 da. So they took me through this other process, which was the same process I went through the state. Now, they gave me time for carrying of a firearm, felony, overstate lines, 922, whatever they call them. They gave me that and a distribution, a sale of a set, was it 9 grams of crack cocaine, which is not really even heard of in the Fed. I didn't have a conspiracy or nothing, just a sale, which was from 0 to 30 years, and the pistol was to 5 years. Well, never been in trouble or in the federal government, didn't have any convictions as distributions or any violent offenses. I received 5 to 7 years, 4 to 6 years, something like that. And they kept some pending charges, like 12, drug charges and gun charges mixed or what have you. So while in the Fed took some and they still were trying to hold those state charges. What I found out is once one government has you, they have to exhaust all remedies and try to take care of the situation before they can give you to another government or agency. And then once they do that, they no longer have any jurisdiction, power, or anything to judge you, send you to any courts. They pretty much gave up all power and gave it to the other agency once and they can't transfer you to another government until they did all that. So it's no such thing as the state having you, then they let you go and say, oh, your state, your charge is going fed. It's no such thing. That's just a trick that they use to get the people in and to usher the black youth in as they're doing. Um, so once the government does that, try to transfer you, they also become liable and they have to pay you, and criminal charges can be filed. So that's what I did. I filed criminal charges against these people. And a month after that, voila, all charges were dismissed. Hands down. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people speaking on this different things about the government understanding the law, the different terms of law. This is very true. The Moors, I mean, I want to give a big shout out to the Moors for putting the people on, for stressing the things that the brothers are saying are true. It's people in there that are going in, owning their name, their corporation, these entities, because these people have a lot of different ways they trap the people using their social security numbers and different things to gain money and receive benefits that we could be also that we ourselves should be receiving, but we don't. So they use all this stuff, and it's nothing but a big money machine, the prison system, and but it is true. And I want something the people to also understand. This is that the reason why a lot of people file different things in the court trying to get out using this and they get denied, and that is because they work on a three-tier court system. Once you leave out of that first stage, that first tier, you never can get back to that tier. So you only locked in the second and third. So that means you only can make sometimes receive some little bit off your sentence, maybe changing from violent to non-violent. But you never get back to that initial process where you plead guilty or not guilty, where they can just clear your whole name, all that. You never can get back to that point in the federal courts. You see, so it's a trick. And another thing, they're using these different amendments, clauses in the law and statutes in the law, and they're trying to make them actual laws. And they're getting the young people in. They're giving them a bunch of time. But I want the people to know that there's people that know this law that's in here, but they're not. Man, they would lock these people up and ship them and would not let them have any correspondence with the people on the outside once they feel that they know something, because they do not want this information to get to the public. They don't want the public to find out about this in-debt slavery thing that they're doing, changing people from one government to the next, the Fed and the state, selling, using the social security numbers and the different things, getting the money off the people. They don't want this information to get out there. So they would, when people in jail get to filing these charges against the government or the country, or they get to speaking on these different things, the government will hide them, will bam them, shit, sometimes kill them. Because they know once this information gets out to the public, you know, it's like shot for their trick. They can't get that money no more. So a lot of times when the brothers in there file these different appeals and different paperwork, trying to get off another yoke of the crackers, a lot of times they just let them out. Put them in a hole. Nobody know, and then one day just release them. Be like, yo, they'll pay for their transportation or whatever if they can't get it, but the whole thing is like a hush hush thing, and they do that, at the end of each year. And a lot of times around election. So it appears that they're letting the people out, they're blessing the people, but they're really not. And they're keeping this thing a tight lid on it. And they know that if they they can't grant the people this relief through the court, through the Supreme Court, because once they do use that case, everybody with the same similar characteristics can use that same case to get out. So you talk about millions of people getting out. They can't do that. So what they do, they just let one or two, three out every now and then, and sometimes they give them a little paper, sometimes they don't. But they just hope, really, just hoping that they get they keep their mouth closed and don't say nothing. So the brothers again, the more brothers, the people have been putting that information out about this different things, this paperwork. There's some truth in it. There's some truth in it. The brothers have to go and study that law if that's what you know. If that's something that you want to get in on and master and maneuver amongst these people, to protect yourself and also sometimes to also to receive benefits also. So I wanted to just do a video, do a quick little video on that, letting the people know that it is real. We have to understand the law. We have to understand wordplay. We have to understand that this beast is like our brother say. We know that he's after the youth, and he's determined to destroy them by all means. Any means. So for the people, man, I'm gonna get back on this. Cause I feel like I didn't go all the way in like I needed to. So I'm gonna get back, with the people on this, because I feel like there's more information that needs to be put out there in dealing with this. So this food is Shabazz, all I know news. Coming to the people. I just want to say peace, man, and people get up on that word, play that law. Because, man, these people, man, are vicious in their attack and their plan to decimate the black man and the black woman, the family.